multiple times over and over and over again, and you could do the same thing, right? And so I want to give everybody a chance that's on tonight to be a part of this live, right? I think it's going to be a special live. So if you're new, put new in the chat. If you've been in for at least 1 day, 4 pounds gone. That's awesome. Improve energy, energy better. Congratulations to everybody that's lost some weight, that energy is better. Welcome to all the new people. This is their first day. The most important part of the challenge is that it gets you started, right? The most important part of this challenge is that it gets you started, that you get activated, right? How many of you feel like you've been stuck in the same place? You're stuck in the same cycle of losing and gaining the same amount of weight. I want to help you get unstuck, right? And the first step was joining the challenge because it literally has the foundation for changing your health and your life forever. So I'm very excited for everyone that's here. I want to give everybody one more chance to get in here before we actually get started. And then we're gonna get the ball rolling with the presentation just shortly. All right. How many of you, if you knew you could lose 25, 30 pounds, or even 20 pounds in the next 60 days, how many of you would give 110% to make that happen? If you knew it was guaranteed, how many of you would give 110% to make that happen? Put me, coach, in the chat if that's you. If you knew that if you gave 100%, you follow the game plan, you follow the system, it wasn't super restrictive, but it was very clear, how many of you would give 110% to make that happen for yourself? Put me, coach, in the chat if that's you. Good. Now, what we're going to go over tonight is the accelerated weight loss masterclass, where we're going to break down exactly how our clients have dropped, 25, 30 pounds within 60 days and been able to go on to lose even more weight, right? 50 pounds in 5 months, 100 pounds in 8 months, 9 months, less than a year. And you can do the same exact thing. Now, the first thing we're going to do, right? First thing we're going to do is I want to show you, right, people that have actually done it, because I know if you see others that have done it, you'll believe you can do it, right? Sometimes we need to see that at least one other person has done what we want to do, and then we can believe for ourselves, right? But how many of you want to go into the new year with a different mindset, with a different habits, and with a new outlook on their health, right? So this is going to be a masterclass on how women 35 to 60 drop 30 pounds in 60 days, even with hormonal changes, busy schedules, or health conditions. Okay. And so we're going to break that all down today. So I got to get this. Boom. Can everybody see the screen good? Let me get a yes in chat if you can see the screen. All right. So I have been able to help transform over 4,000 women using the accelerated weight loss system. Right. Women like Latifa, who we helped drop 100 pounds in 8 months, and she had PCOS, high blood pressure, and she had diabetes. Women like Lauren, who we helped drop 100 pounds within 9 months. She had PCOS. She had diabetes, high cholesterol. Women like Britia, who had torn her meniscus and ACL, had to come back from an injury and dropped 50 pounds. Women like Teresa, who dropped 70 pounds after weighing over 250 pounds. Women like Sierra, who was a project manager, mom, wife, she's in her 40s, and realized her health had gotten out of control, and she dropped 65 pounds in 6 months, right? And so in 60 days or less, the following women were able to completely change their lives using our weight loss system. Our client here dropped 20 pounds in 60 days, 30 pounds in 60 days, 25 pounds in 60 days, 17 pounds in 60 days, 21 pounds in 60 days, 20 pounds in 60 days, 21 pounds in 60 days, 25 pounds in 60 days, 15 pounds in 60 days, 23 pounds in 60 days, 30 pounds in 60 days, 20 pounds in 60 days, 20 pounds in 60 days, right? And so I show you this to ask you this. If you could lose 30 pounds in the next 60 days and keep your shape, get off of medication, take back control of your body, would you commit 100%? Right? That's the question. Would you commit 100% if that was the case? Let me get a yes, no, maybe so. Right? Let me get a heck yeah. Would we commit? All right. Here are a few messages from women we have helped lose weight in the last few months. So Nikita said, "Hey y'all, I'm about 38 pounds down and halfway to my short-term goal. A non-scale victory is being able to fit clothes I thought I would never be able to wear again, even before losing all my postpartum weight." Natasha said, "I've lost 32 pounds. My non-scale victory is I'm out tossing the football regularly with my son again, dancing and even hiked the trail this weekend. I can feel Tallulah George calling my name, and I'll be ready for her in the near future." Olivia said, "I was a 14 and a double XL before. Now I'm an 8 or a 10 in pants and back to small and medium." Right? Tanae said she went from 316 to 299 pounds in 30 days. Carmody lost 14 pounds in 30 days. One of our clients here is 30 pounds down with this program, but a little bit over 100 pounds down from their heaviest weight. Right? Sierra is down 25 pounds in 60 days. This woman here messaged us after dropping 40 pounds using our system. I show you this to say you're in the right place if you are tired of buying bigger clothes, you feel like you're doing everything right, but you're not seeing results. You want to get rid of stubborn weight in your midsection. You want to get off medication, and you're tired of not enjoying life to the fullest, right? If any of those are you, put Meat Coach in the chat. Now, this is not for you if you're looking for a magical pill to help you lose weight. You aren't ready to take the steps necessary to lose weight once this masterclass is over, and you have a goal to gain weight. All right. Can you guys still see the screen? Let's put yes, chat. Yes in the chat. Okay, good. I had to turn off my camera just for a moment. Now, my promise to you is I will deliver as much value as humanly possible to help you lose weight in this accelerated weight loss masterclass. Nothing I'll teach today is based on theory. Everything you'll learn today has already been tested and proven to work. During this masterclass, you'll learn 3 reasons women over 40 struggle to lose weight, the 3-step accelerated weight loss system, and how to start this week with a proven plan. So, how do you want to continue your weight loss journey? Do we want to continue doing it the slow way? Everybody put in the chat, no. Or do we want to do it smart, effective, and quick? Everybody say smart in the chat. Now, how did we get here, right? So, as a brother to my 5 sisters and a son to my mom, their struggles with their weight and health drive my mission. As my mom gets older, I want her to remain strong, healthy, happy, and independent. All right, she gets closer to 60 now. As my seeing my sisters going through their life, right? My sister's an attorney, watching her battle with her weight for a decade, and helping her get back on track and get healthy is a motivation for why I do this and why we have this program, right? So I'm on a mission to aid women like my sisters, addressing not just workout and meal plans, but mental changes for lasting health. And as my sisters go through motherhood, helping them regain their strength and health is very important to my mission, right? How many of you are moms on here? And after having kids, you found it just a little bit more challenging to get back to your old self. And so, why do I want to help you lose weight? I see my sisters, my mom, and my mom, and all of you. I want to make sure you live the healthy and happy life you deserve, right? Because you deserve to be healthy. Put in the chat, I deserve to be healthy. Now, I understand the darkness that comes with weight loss struggles. I understand you may feel stuck, hopeless, and even depressed. I want to help pull you out of that space. And so in October, I was introduced. Well, this is 2 Octobers ago now, right? So in October, I was introduced to Latifa, and she was diagnosed with diabetes, PCOS, and high blood pressure. She had recently hit her highest weight of 370 pounds, which is a lot of weight. Now, to put it in perspective, she's 6'1", she's pretty tall, right? And so Latifah came from a family where being overweight was the norm. She once shared a heartbreaking story about a family member who underwent weight loss surgery only to regain every single pound within a year. Right? How many of you have had weight loss surgery and you gained that weight back, or you try one of the medications and you gain the weight back? Right? It's pretty discouraging. And so it was a perfect example of how deeply rooted unhealthy habits can sabotage even the most drastic interventions. And that's one of the main things I've been talking about during this challenge and during this week is that you can do all these different quick fixes and shortcuts, but if we don't fix the foundation, we're never going to lose the weight for good. Everybody put in the chat foundation. And so for her, it all started at home. You know, she had a mother who was a single mom. She was a nurse. She had a busy schedule, right? Is there any nurses on now? You guys know how busy it can be to be a nurse. And she just didn't have the time to really educate herself on, nutrition and be home to make the best meals for her kids. And so the cycle became the norm. Latifa would consume her favorite 2,500 calorie Whataburger meal, which she showed me the exact meal, right? And then come home to eat a full dinner her mom had brought, and finish the day by devouring an entire box of Little Debbie cakes, day after day, year after year. And so this destructive pattern took her from the lower 200s to over 370 pounds in just over a year, right? How many of you have seen a pretty big jump in your weight in the last year or two? And so it can happen pretty quickly. Latifah life was not hanging in the balance. And so then came the devastating diagnosis, PCOS, high blood pressure, and diabetes. Her body was breaking down from the inside out, and it felt like rock bottom. But the worst was yet to come. Her doctor looked her in the eyes and told her the only thing she never expected to hear. Due to her health, having children was no longer an option unless she was ready to make the hardest decision of her life and change everything. Now, for a moment, I want you to pause and I want you to think about what is your why for wanting to get this weight off? Because your why for wanting to get this weight off is going to be just as important as the game plan itself. Because if we don't have a real why for wanting to change our life, we're not going to stick to it, right? This isn't the first time you tried to lose weight, correct? Right? This isn't the first time you've thought about losing weight. What is your why? Because your why is going to be what helps you stick to this when it gets challenging. Everybody put in the chat what their why is for wanting to drop this weight. Is it your kids? Is it to stay off medication? Is it to break the family curse of these health conditions? What is it for you? Is it to be able to start a family? We have a lot of women that we work with who want to have kids, who want to have a healthy pregnancy, people that want to stay alive for their grandkids, right? What is it for you that's motivating you to want to make this change? For Latifa, it was the idea that if she did not make this change, she would not be able to start her family. And if she didn't start her family, she'd be devastated, right? Her and her husband wanted to start a family. And so once she had the right why, all she needed was the right plan, right? Once we have the right why and we have the right desire and we have the right push, then all we have to do is get the right structure. So the accelerated weight loss system became her lifeline, her final chance at survival, and help Latifah accelerate her weight loss, right? When I introduced Latifah to the accelerated weight loss system, everything changed. She didn't just try it, she went all in. She trusted the process and committed herself 100%. And so this system helped her to unlock the perfect nutrition system for her unique body type, deliver shocking results. She lost 16 pounds in 14 days, which is not normal. She maintained momentum and dropped 50 pounds in 10 weeks and achieved what seemed impossible, breaking the 300-pound barrier and brought back the confident woman she used to be before she gained all that weight. Now her story inspires countless women to believe their transformation is possible, reverse years of damage, slashing her risk of life-threatening diseases, and achieved her ultimate goal, a body ready for a healthy pregnancy she's always wanted. Right? And so last May, she was able to give birth to a beautiful baby girl, which is awesome. And her husband were able to start their family. Now, that's a beautiful story. Do you want to see a transformation? Do you want to turn your life around like she was able to? Right? you have to be ready to go all in, right? Everybody put in the chat, all in. There's a mindset you have to have when you approach this. This isn't the thing when you dip your toe in the water, right? You put your hand in the water. No, we have to jump in the pool. We have to commit, right? We have to completely commit because if we don't completely commit, we're not going to completely change. Who is ready to do a complete 180, change their life, shock everyone, but most importantly, shock themselves, right? With the commitment they're going to show themselves. You have to 100% go all in on the idea that you're no longer going to identify with this unhealthy version of yourself. Do you understand that the reason you're still stuck where you currently are is because you identify with the version of yourself you currently are? Let me say it again. The reason you're okay where you currently are is because this is the version of yourself you identify with. If you did not identify with this, if you didn't see this version of you in your brain, in your mind, it wouldn't be acceptable to you. You would change it. You are accepting this version of yourself, this unhealthy version of yourself that is at risk for medication, that's overweight, that's unhealthy, that's unhappy when they're going shopping, when they can't fit clothes that they want to fit, they can't run around with their kids like they want to, but you're accepting it, right? Until you remove the thought that this is okay, right? This is not okay. It can't be okay. This can't be me. This doesn't represent me and how I view myself. This doesn't represent how I want to take care of myself. This doesn't represent how I want to value myself. Until you decide that, you're never going to change. But once you decide you deserve better, everything changes. Put in the chat, I deserve better. Once we decide we deserve better, everything will change. Okay. And so here are three massive mistakes making weight loss impossible after 40, right? Number one is going to be ignoring hormones, right? So as your hormones change, you're going to see, a lot more belly fat. You're going to have a lot more cravings, and you're going to feel like you're kind of have low energy and burning out, a lot of you. But worse, as you get older, especially during that 40 to 60 range, you start to put on that, you start to have an increased risk of diabetes, right? Because your estrogen starts to drop, your progesterone starts to drop, and you're starting to see a lot more fat in your midsection around your organs, right? And that's what puts us at risk for diabetes, high blood pressure, and heart disease. And we talked about heart disease yesterday, right? And I told you that heart disease is the number one killer of women in America, and it kills more women in a year than all the cancers combined. Isn't that crazy? And so we understand that right now isn't about looking good in clothes, it's about survival. Would we agree? And so mistake number two is going to be losing muscle. After every year after 40, you lose muscle, right? You really start at 30. You start losing muscle at 30. And so fat creeps up, energy drops, independence fades, and end result, you're gonna start to not be able to walk without pain. You're gonna have a higher fall risk as you get older, right? Once we get to our later 60s and 70s, and then early nursing home, right? If you lose your independence too soon because you're losing muscle. Mistake number three, following diets that don't work, right? Quick fixes leave you hungry, cranky, and burnt out. Who has tried all the different diets and detoxes? You tried juicing, you tried fasting, you tried all the things, right? You tried the medication, and it always leaves you burnt out. You lose 10, 20 pounds just to gain it right back within, less time than it took you to lose it. Am I right? Put if that happened, you put heck yeah in the chat. Now, muscle is lost, weight piles back on even faster after you lose muscle, and the end result is a yo-yo cycle. Thousands wasted on diets, meds, and specialists, just for you to be disappointed and upset again, right? So what do we learn? We understand that quick fixes don't work. If we're gonna do this, we have to do it in a sustainable way, right? And so there's a three-step framework to help you accelerate your weight loss. Okay. There's a three-step framework. Let me ask you guys a question. Who's been a part of the 7-day challenge before today, right? Who's been on the 7-day challenge? And if you haven't been a part of the challenge, fine. You can still be on the live, of course. But I want you guys to answer who's been in the challenge, who's been doing the miles, who's been tracking their calories, who's been coming to the calls each night, right? Don't you realize what we've been doing has been foundational, meaning something that you can sustain? Doesn't it feel a lot more sustainable? Doesn't it feel a lot more realistic? You have to learn that this is a lifestyle. The same way you brush your teeth every day, the same way you take a shower every day, is the same way this has to be ingrained into your rhythm of your day. All right. it can't be neglected because you have a bad day. It can't be neglected because you're having a bunch of fun because it's your birthday. It needs to still be intentional. On your birthday, hopefully you're still brushing your teeth, right? On a stressful week of work, you're still taking a shower and brushing your teeth, right? Maybe it's a faster shower because you're busy, but you're still getting it done. And so that's how we have to treat our health. We have to still make it happen, even when we're not in the best of moods. Would you agree? And the approach that we take has to be something that not only will allow us to lose weight, but allow us to keep it off long term. Now that takes a mindset shift where we're going to go all in. Now, if I told you, hey, I'm guaranteed, I want you to put in the chat how much weight you want to lose. Put in the chat how much weight you want to lose. I want you to put in the chat if you want to get off medication. I want you to put in the chat if you want to be able to wear certain clothes, if you want to be able to do certain activities. Maybe your weight's limited you from doing certain activities. Maybe you're worried about having to use an extender when you get on the plane, right? Put that in the chat for me. What is that for you? All right. If I guaranteed that I had a system that could help you lose that weight, right? How many of you are mentally in a place where you give 110% and sustain it? Put me, coach, in the chat. Now, what we've done over 70 challenges, we've created a foundation that you could literally, if you committed to it, right? You could literally lose this weight. The problem is, let me tell you what happens. Once we leave this live, all that excitement that you have, all that those endorphins, right? Endorphins that feel good. Coach was talking to me. It disappears because we don't go all in. We don't reimagine ourselves, right? We have to start to see ourselves in the place we want to be, not where we currently are. As long as you're okay in envisioning yourself where you currently are, you will never leave this space. You're comfortable, right? You're comfortable, and you have to get uncomfortable in the place you currently are. It doesn't mean you don't love yourself. It means that you love yourself so much you want better for yourself, and that you're going to put some action to the thoughts. Everyone up in the chat, action. Now, let's break down the three-step framework to help you accelerate your weight loss, right? So, number one is going to be eat foods that fit you, right? So, of course, there are trending diets all over the place, but we want to make sure that the foods are matched to your body type and goals to make sure you get fast fat loss. Because, like I tell you guys all the time, weight loss doesn't take a long time. It takes people a long time to do the right things to lose weight, right? So people typically take a long time to finally commit. Now we see transformations all the time online, but we don't see all the time that they failed. A lot of people have tried, 10, 20 times before they finally get it and then they post a transformation. But the reality is it doesn't take that long. It just takes people a long time to commit. Put in the chat, I must commit. It needs to be enjoyable. There is going to be some sacrifice, of course, right? But you shouldn't feel like day in and day out you are suffering at all times because we don't want there to be rebound weight. How many of you have lost weight only to reward yourself for being so disciplined with the food that made you gain the weight in the first place, right? So you don't want to put yourself in a situation where it's so restrictive that you end up gaining back all the weight that you lost in the first place. That would be a waste of time. And it needs to be sustainable. You need to know how to navigate eating out, traveling, living your life, right? You need to know how to, it's holiday season, right? You need to know how to navigate holiday season, still have a good time, still have enjoy your time, but do it in a way where you're not going to destroy all the progress that you created. And so, what I want you to do is I want you to train smarter, not harder. Short, efficient workouts, right? Who has time to work out twice a day for the rest of their life? So why do we commit to things that are so extreme, right? And so I see all the time people doing things like 75 hard, these challenges where you're working out in the morning, working out at night. These things are cool when you already have a foundation of health. Meaning you're already in pretty good shape and you want to take it to the next level. You're already at your weight and you want to take it to the next level and really just push yourself, but you already have a foundation of health. If you don't have a simple foundation of health, like what we learned in the 7-day challenge, that if you fail this challenge, you can fall back on walking your 2 miles, eating properly. What's going to happen is you're going to have a high, meaning you're feeling really excited. You start something, you don't finish it, you feel like you failed, and it puts you in a low low. Right. And then you go, oh my gosh, I might as well just eat whatever I want anyways. And then you gain all this extra weight because you feel bad about failing. Right. Has that happened? Put yes in the chat if that's happened to you. So we want to be short, efficient, and we want to be focused on losing fat and building your curves. We want to make sure it protects your joints and boosts your metabolism and makes your body look and feel strong. Everybody, remember, our goal is to get strong and not skinny. And then step three, balance your hormones for control, right? Cut cravings, stabilize energy, and sleep better. fix what diets can't, right? So insulin, cortisol, estrogen shifts, and weight loss becomes automatic, not a fight, right? Once we address the hormone issue and making sure we're eating foods that are going to support our hormones as you're getting older, right? Taking into consideration that, okay, I understand that as I'm getting older, my estrogen is dropping, my progesterone is dropping. I'm understanding that if I'm in my 50s, I'm going to be experiencing sarcopenia, which is accelerated muscle loss. That I'm going to be experiencing more fat shifting to my midsection than when I was younger, which is going to put me at risk for high blood pressure and diabetes. Understanding those things, I know I have to approach this differently, right? How many of you have tried the things you did when you're in your 20s or maybe even your 30s and it's just not working anymore? Put me, coach, in the chat. You're like, okay, I used to be able to just do a little bit of cardio. I could, just eat some salad, drink some smoothies, and I would be good to go. I get all this weight off, right? And then how many of you are feeling stuck now? Put stuck in the chat. All right. So in order to get unstuck, it's not so much that you can't lose this weight, it's that you aren't using the right approach, right? Remember this, you're special. You need something that's specific to your special situation. And we also have to approach it with the right mindset. And when the right mindset, right, meets the right system, that's when everything is going to change, right? So there's two paths you can take from here, ladies. Number one, the first path is to stay the same. How many of you want to stay the same? Put no, we're not staying the same. We're here to change. I wouldn't be here if I didn't want to change, right? You wouldn't be here if you didn't want to change. So absolutely, we don't want to change, right? Here's the first path. So if we don't make a change, what's going to happen is we're going to gain more weight. We're going to have higher health risks. How many of you can't afford to gain any more weight? Some of you are on here and you can't actually afford to gain any more weight. Literally, like it will put you in the hospital. Literally, make you have a heart attack. Literally, you'll have to stay on medication. Like literally, your doctor's telling you if you don't make a change, like it's gonna get really bad for you, right? Rising medication plus medical bills, right? And so there's going to be, of course, quality of life sacrifice, and there's also going to be financial sacrifice, missed time with family, constant frustration, and a future you just don't want, right? And we talked about this yesterday. Who was on yesterday? Put me, coach. We talked about heart disease. We talked about high blood pressure. We talked about heart attacks. We talked about high cholesterol. All those things are not only expensive financially, but they're expensive when it comes to your quality of life. You could lose the ability to walk. You could have a stroke and lose the ability to talk, to move your arm, right? How many of you think it's worth not is it more expensive to make this change and commit and just do the work, or is it going to be more expensive in all areas of your life to continue to push it off, pretend it's not going to happen to you, say I'll do it after holidays, say I'll do it in the new year, say that I will do it when things slow down at work. Well, let me tell you a secret. Everything's going to slow down if you have a heart attack. Everything's going to slow down if you have a stroke. Everything is. And you know what they call it? They call it a silent killer. Everyone thinks they're good until it happens to them. And when it happens to them, then they are like, oh my gosh, I wish I would have. I can't wait till I get better so I can go. I'm gonna go run a marathon. I'm gonna eat so much better. Oh my gosh, don't take your body for granted. But everyone doesn't get that second chance. Do you understand that? Put in the chat, I have to act now. Put in the chat, I have to act now. Now, the real cost of doing nothing, let's talk financially, right? Medications for high blood pressure, diabetes, high cholesterol could be $200 to $500 a month. That could be 6,000 extra dollars per year. Insulin or advanced meds like Ozempic could be up to $1,000 per month. That could be an extra $12,000 per year. Doctor visits, labs, specialists, easily $2,000 to $4,000 per year. One ER trip or ambulance ride could cost you upwards of $5,000 to $10,000 depending on what happens when you get to the hospital, right? And so everyone knows that just getting in an ambulance is expensive, right? It is expensive and it can cost you. And that's not even solving the problem, that's just getting you to the hospital, right? And so I want you to realize that, listen, you might be getting away with it now, but you're not going to get away with it forever, right? And all you're doing is delaying what's inevitable. The family and emotional costs could be time lost with your kids, your grandkids, because of low energy, joint pain, mobility declines, or that you get sick. You get sick and you end up in the hospital. Burden on your family if your health declines. How many of you are like the rock of your family? People in your family depend on you. Put in the chat rock, right? People in your family depend on you. People at work depend on you, right? Some of you are leaders in your workspace. Some of you are running businesses. Some of you are leading your families. How would things run without you if you get sick, right? And so one thing I always want to remind to my people that are the rock is, you are pushing this off because you are prioritizing everyone else. But when you get sick and you're the person that's been taking care of everyone else, who's going to take care of you? And that's the question you got to ask yourselves. At some point, you have to make sure you put yourself first, because if you're the one that's everyone else is depending on, well, when you get sick, um, no one's going to be there for you to depend on, because you're the one that everyone else depends on. And so you got to take care of yourself, right? You have to take care of yourself. You have to make time for yourself. And guess what? When you are healthy, you take care of yourself, everyone else benefits. Everybody benefits when you're healthy, or you, right? And so, the hospital stays, assisted living, or needing daily care, the stress of knowing I could have prevented this, right? I have someone that I tried to help for years get healthy, was working out with them, trying to help them with their nutrition. They just would not make the change, because so many people think they need somebody in their face yelling at them. But the reality is that it's the things you do when no one is there. It's the things you do when you're outside the gym. It's the things you do when you're on your own that create this unhealthy lifestyle. It's the things you do when you're out at work, when you're on break, when you're in your car, right? When you're by yourself, when it's late night and nobody can see you, and you're creeping to the kitchen, right? And you're up late. These are the things that cause you to become unhealthy, and only you can make the decision. And that's something I had to accept, that I'm simply a guide. I can't make anyone do it. All I can do is guide you to the right place, right? I can only do is guide you. Now, how many of you are ready to make that change, right? Put 180 in the chat. I don't want you to end up like this person, because what happened to them is they didn't make the change and they had a stroke. And this is a real story. This is someone that is in real life, that the part of my life that I grew up with, that's in their 50s, as an entrepreneur, that was a parent, that was a spouse, that was an employer, right? And now they're not there, they still have their family, of course, but they're not able to provide like they were before. They're not able to run their business like they were before. They're not able to do all the things that made them feel good in life, because they would not take that time to prioritize themselves. They always felt like, "Ah, I'll do it after this. I'll do it after this. I'll do it after this." And then they had a stroke, a real stroke, and they lost the ability to walk, which is very, very sad, right? And it's very unfortunate, and I hate to see it, but it's not a situation where the person didn't know better, they weren't informed, they just didn't do better. A lot of times we have information and we feel like we know what to do, but we don't do it. Put in the chat, I must take action. All right. Now, path number two is the fast track to success. Right. So this is the second step, or this is the second option that you can take. Number one is going to be a proven three-step accelerated system, right? You could take action and drop 30 pounds in the next 60 days. You could have sustainable results you can keep for life. You could have your health restored and confidence back. All right. How many of you would rather take this path, where you could drop up to 30 pounds in 60 days? You can have sustainable results to keep for life. You can have your health restored and confidence back, right? But that requires you to take action, right? If you want to go the second path, I want you to put path number two in the chat. Now, one thing I learned about life as a coach and just as a person, now I categorize myself as a high performer, right? Life is about choices, and I think as we get older, we can get what they call stuck in our ways, and we start to seek out the easiest, most comfortable path. And what I've learned is that the easiest, most comfortable path leads to the hardest, most uncomfortable life. Would you agree? The easiest, most comfortable path leads to the hardest, most uncomfortable life. Conversation I had with my grandmother today, who's 78. I go work with my grandmother. She is 78. She takes care of my pop-up, who has dementia. And she has high blood pressure, but she's coming off a lot of medications, which is a blessing. And this is her first year ever lifting weights. And she was telling me a story about how she was at the grocery store, and they had like the four the water. And you have all the waters in a pack. I can't remember what it's called, but you have these packs of water. She's like, they gave me the 4 packs of water. I was able to carry all of the water by myself, right? And so earlier on, she was complaining that I was pushing her too hard during the workout, and that she's 78 and she's old, or whatever the case may be. And this is what I told her. I said, listen, if you make your workout hard in here, it makes your life easy out there. But if we go easy in here, it makes your life hard out there. So you have to choose just 30 to 60 minutes of making your life a little bit more challenging, so that the rest of your life can be a lot easier. Does that make sense? And when I said that to her, she said, you're right. All right, you're right. And of course, right, my mom, I'm still wearing high heels. She's still walking up the steps by herself. She's still driving. She's still, mobile. She's still doing her thing. And it's all because when we make a choice that I'm going to put myself through a little bit of challenge in here, so that the rest of my life can be easy. Would we rather choose 60 minutes of challenge and adversity, or would you rather choose 24 hours of regret? Which one do you want to choose? Right? How many of you are ready to finally go, okay, I'm willing to make my life hard for just 30 minutes, 16 minutes, so that the rest of the 23 hours, my life can be easy. I can move up the steps. I can spend time with my kids. I can run around. I can fit into the clothes that I want to. All right. You wanna embrace that it only takes a small part of the day to change the rest of your life. Right. But it's a choice. We all have choices. Do you want to go after your night shift of work, or do you want to just go straight to sleep? Right? Do you want to eat the proper food that you should have prepped, or do you want to go out and eat with your coworkers? Am I gonna eat all the donuts they brought in? Am I gonna stick to the food that I brought myself? Right? It's a choice. And what you're gonna realize is the more you kept waiting and pushing it off, it's never going to magically happen. How long have you known that you need to get healthier, right? But how many years it's been, right? So many people are always pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing it off. And the reality is, it's never going to magically happen. You're never going to want to magically work out every single day. You're never going to want to magically start prepping your food. It's a decision you have to make. It's easier to eat the food that they bring into work. It's easier to go to the vending machine. It's easier to order the Uber Eats. It's easier to do that. But look at where it's landed you. Are we happy with where our health is right now? Look at where it's at landed you. And you always have these moments where you get inspired, you get motivated, you do this quick challenge, you do a little detox, you lose a couple pounds, and then you don't stick with it, and then you fall off, right? And then you stay in that same cycle over and over and over and over and over and over again. I'm not gonna sell you a dream, right? You're gonna have to commit to, 45, 60 minutes of hard every single day so that your life can be easy the rest of the way, right? Are we okay with that? Yes or no? Make your life hard for 60 minutes so it can be easy, right? Make your life a little bit hard just for 60 minutes so that the other 23 hours of your day life can be easy so you can fit into the clothes you want to. So you can go to the doctor and not be worried they're going to tell you that you have hypertension or diabetes or high cholesterol. So you can go to the store and actually buy the clothes you want. So you can get on the plane and not be worried you have to wear an extender belt, right? So you can run around with your kids, right? So you can feel good when you take a picture and not be hiding in the back or avoiding the pictures, right? Missing out on memories. All it takes is that one decision, right? You're one choice away. Put in the chat, I'm one choice away. Now, right? You're at a crossroads. If you keep doing what you've been doing, you already know where it leads. But if you choose a second path, I'll walk you through it step by step. Right? Now, you're already in the right mindset. Now we just need the right structure to take it all the way home. Now, if you take one thing away from this masterclass, I want you to know that you can lose the weight and take back control of your health, right? Do we believe that we can make this happen? Put I believe in the chat. If you believe that you can lose this weight, right, and take back control of your health, I want you to put I believe in the chat. Because I believe too. I believe you can do it. 100% believe you can do it. Now, I love it. I love it. I have developed a system to help you lose the weight, keep the shape, and I've outlined that system for you today. So the big question is, how can you apply this to your weight loss journey and start losing weight as early as next week? Okay. You can waste tons of time and effort trying to figure this out alone. How many of you have been trying to figure this out for years? You're just trying stuff and trying to do your own research, and it still left you unsatisfied with your results. Or you can fast track your results with the Cut and Curvy program, right? So I want everybody to stay to the end because we have something special for everybody tonight, right? So the culinary program. During this program, we guarantee to help you lose 10 to 30 pounds within 60 days. We're gonna help you shape your glutes, tone your arms, increase your energy, tone your body, increase your confidence, and get off of medication, right? We're gonna give you everything you need to make a complete transformation with your health, right? So number one, we're gonna give you the hormone rescue nutrition protocol. And this is going to be a nutrition plan specifically catered to women that are going to be 40 to 60, that are going through different health changes, that can help you navigate your progesterone and estrogen dropping. Also, it's going to be great for women that may have PCOS, diabetes, or going through menopause. We're going to give you the flat belly and lower blood pressure meal plan. We're going to give you the shape and sculpt system for curves, not bulk. I know one of the biggest things my clients have concerns with is keeping their curves while they lose weight, and we're going to make sure you do just that. Our toned arms and confident sleeveless blueprint. We're going to give you the joint safe booty builder, and we're going to give you our heart healthy belly burn cardio plan. We're going to give you the curvy woman's eating plan, and we're going to give you our plant-based PCOS and diabetes reset. And we're going to give you Latifah's 50 and 10 blueprint, the game plan that Latifah followed to drop 50 pounds in 10 weeks with PCOS, diabetes, and high blood pressure. For my people that don't eat, is anyone on here that doesn't eat meat? Right? We have our plant-based PCOS and diabetes reset, right? And so is there anyone on here that has high blood pressure? We have our heart healthy belly burn, and we're gonna give you all that stacked together, right? All that together is a total value of $12,000 to me because we've helped so many women that have paid for weight loss surgery, paid for Ozempic, Zepbound, also women that are trying to, to get off of medication, that are trying to start their families. I feel like because we've been able to be successful helping so many people get off medication, lose weight after surgery didn't work, this is super valuable. Ultimately, the amount of money it's going to save you when you drop this weight for good is going to be life changing. But we have a total investment of $1,500 for this program. And because you're live on the masterclass, we're going to give everybody 50% off the program. And I have something special for 3 women that are on the live tonight that want to make a change in their life. Is there anyone that's on this live that's like, you know what, Jeremiah, if I had the blueprint, if I was committed, if I knew exactly what to do, I would 100% drop 25 pounds in the next 60 days. Who feels if they gave 110%, they could drop 25 pounds in the next 60 days? And don't worry about the code. I've already applied the discount to the links already. So tonight you could join this program for 750. And to be clear, ladies, we don't open this program up on every day. So this is the only time we have it open is during the master class. It's a special program. Outside of this program, we only have our 6 month premium coaching program, which is a way larger investment. So if you're someone that knows, okay, I need to make this change, I need help, I need to continue getting coaching, and I need a system, I need structure, there's going to be a great opportunity to work with us. Now, there's multiple ways to get started inside the program, right? And I dropped the link inside, and once you go inside, you'll be able to see all the different options, right? Even if you don't have any money to invest today, you can still get started. So you could break up your investment into 4 reasonable payments when you invest using PayPal, and that would be $187 to get started, right? You can join for $0 today when you join through PayPal Credit, completely interest free for 6 months. So that would be able you'd be able to get started without having to put down any money yourself today. You can also go through Affirm, Klarna, and Afterpay to get started today, right? Don't worry about the discount code because the discount is already applied. All you have to do is go through and make your investment. Now, we're going to give you a bunch of bonuses when you get started today inside of the Cut and Carry program. And I'm really excited to announce that to you. So we're going to give you the 30-day medical wake up challenge. We're going to give you our 7 fat loss shifts, how women over 40 drop 50 pounds and keep it off. We're going to give you our top 5 weight loss supplements that actually work for women 40 plus. We're going to give you our fail proof accountability system. We're going to give you our top 2 supplements to build and shape curves while keeping your stomach flat. And we're going to give you the busy woman's smoothie blueprint. We're going to give you the fat burning high protein meal plan. And we're going to give you our delicious low carb reset plan. We're going to give you all that for free when you join the Cut and Curry program tonight, right? You're going to get that all of that in addition, right? Total value altogether would be $19,997, but you could join completely free today. So we got a special opportunity for the first 3 women that join tonight, right? For you to be able to join for free and earn your money back through this program. Everybody put in the chat, how, coach, how, coach, how, right? So I'll tell you how. How can you lose 25 pounds and be able to get your investment back, right? It's a pretty cool thing we do in this program. I like to, one, give back to people that work really hard, and two, incentivize people, right, to invest in themselves, right? Because I know if you're incentivized, you're going to commit yourself even more. So this is going to be for the first 3 women that actually commit tonight, and only tonight. If you lose at least 25 pounds during the program, we will give you a full refund upon request. Now, how many of you feel like if you give 110%, you fully commit to yourself, you take this serious, you'll be able to drop 25 pounds in the next 60 days, like many of our clients? And I'm going to show you a lot of the women that have already been able to do this, have been able to be successful doing this, so that you can see you could do it as well, right? If you feel like, okay, if I give 100%, if I'm focused, if I'm incentivized, like coach is telling me all I got to do is commit and I'll be able to do this, I'll be able to get my money back and get the results. Like, this is a no-brainer, right? Put yes in the chat if you feel confident that you can make this happen for yourself. So, like I said, if you lose at least 25 pounds during the program, we'll give you a full refund upon request. And on top of that, if you follow our program and do not lose at least 5 pounds, we'll pay you $1,500, right? So I'm very confident this program is going to be a game changer for a lot of you. And so I wanted to put all the risk on me. So there's two things here. One, if you show up, you do the work, you're going to 100% be rewarded. You're not only going to get the results, but you're also going to get your money back, right? Is that fair? Yes or no? Now, if you sign up, you do the work, you're showing up and doing your part, and you're not getting the results, and you don't lose at least 5 pounds, we are going to give you $1,500 for wasting your time, right? But I'm so confident in our program. I know if you commit to it, if you show up for it, like you showed up tonight, if you have the mindset of a winner and you follow through, you will 100% be able to drop that 25 pounds and change your life, right? And so many women have gone on to drop 50 pounds in 5 months, 60 pounds in 6 months after starting with this 60-day program, right? And so, like I said, we're gonna get this to the first three women that commit tonight. All you have to do once you are signed up is put done in the chat, and I'll know I have a next step. I have to privately message you once you're signed up, right? Once we have our three, I'll let everybody know. Now, on top of that, we're going to give you 14 days inside of our 6K premium coaching program. So we have our one-on-one coaching program, which is over 6 months, which is $6,000, and we're going to give you free access for 14 days when you join tonight. Right, that's one of the bonuses we're going to give you. Now, here at 5.8 on that. This is the same program that helped Lauren lose 50 pounds in 4 months in her 40s. She had PCOS, she had diabetes, and high cholesterol. Right. Okay, cool. Our lowest was 234, so that would put you 50 down. We'll give you grace for this weekend. So we'll put you down 50 pounds. Okay, awesome. You started July 16th. It's now November, what? The 4th? How many months is that? That 5? 4. Four. Four? Yeah, because July 7th, 4. Wow. What a great amount of progress. And you're 39? That is. Listen, the people have been asking my mom and my godmother am I on Ozempic, and I'm like, no. They think you're on Ozempic? Yeah. This the bull Olympic. Do I need to start posting my workout videos that I gotta record? Yeah, let them know you putting in work. You're gonna be at the 200 or something. I'm gonna start putting hashtags no Ozempic, no Wegovy, no semaglutide, or whatever. None of that. No offense to those who need it. Okay. But it's not that. It's not that. And Lauren was able to drop 100 pounds in 9 months when she went through this program and continued on, right? Once we gave her the proper foundation. She started off at 285 pounds with PCOS, diabetes, high cholesterol. In about 3.5 months, she's down 50 pounds. And in 9 months, she's down 100 pounds, right? And so, what I wanted to take weight loss from feeling, I wanted to take it from feeling impossible and to put it into easy mode. Now, if Lauren could do that, right, in that short time, you can too. Do you believe in the chat? Put in the chat, I believe. If you believe you could drop this weight like Lauren did, if you can make this change like she did, right? She's no different than you. She just had a mindset shift and she committed to herself. If you believe you can make this happen for you, put I believe in the chat, right? And so in 60 days, you can transform your life just like these women, right? Latifah was able to drop 100 pounds of PCOS, high blood pressure, and diabetes, and it all started in the first 60 days. Teresa was able to drop 50 pounds after following her system, and it all starts in the first 60 days. Ashley was able to drop 60 pounds in 5 months with hormonal imbalances, and it all started in the first 60 days, right? And so, for everyone that goes through our programs and able to go on and drop a ton of weight, you can't get to day 100 before you get to day 60, right? And setting that strong foundation is super important when we're talking about dropping, if you want to drop 25 pounds, 50 pounds, 70 pounds, 100 pounds, we still have to get to that first 60 days. Brittany said that she lost 30 pounds within the first 3 months and a half and hit several non-scale victories too. My coach gave me a personalized meal plan and didn't feel deprived. The coaches are extremely supportive. They give you the plan. All you have to do is execute. There's no guesswork. I'm glad I decided to invest in myself with Bull Fitness. Camila Cutlip said, Bull Fitness focuses on women and those of us in our 40s, 50s, and 60s. made a huge impact on how comfortable I felt with the program. The exercises were created for someone my age. I always felt I had support from the coaches that was assigned to me. And I started the program 6 months ago, and I'm down 50 pounds, which is amazing. And a note for her, she had a herniated disc in her back. So even though she had a herniated disc, she still was able to drop 50 pounds in 6 months, right? But she never gets to month six without getting done the first 60 days, right? And she was 60 years old, which is amazing. Melanie said that this has been such an amazing experience. Week to week, I'm getting my life back. My labs are coming back normal, and I'm nearly down 40 pounds since October. My coaches have been amazing, supportive, and they help me swallow hard pills of truth when I'm not putting my best feet forward to show up and do the work. Feeling more empowered than ever. Thanks, Bull Fitness. If you guys have questions as I'm going through this, feel free to put the questions in the chat. I'll answer them as I see them. I see Jamsheed's hand up. Just drop your question in the chat if you got a question. All right. This has been an extremely helpful experience. This is our update. I've been equipped during the last 7 months with tools for weight management that I can use forever. My coaches have been amazing and they have helped me to be gracious to myself during my journey, helped me to shift my mindset, and helped me to be realistic and hold myself accountable. This is just the beginning, and I have been able to lose 50 pounds of PCOS and hypothyroidism, reverse my prediabetes, and worked into 2 pairs of low genes, which is amazing, right? We're not going to unmute anybody, but if you have a question, just drop it in the chat. Adrian said, I have truly benefited from the Bull Fitness program. The support I have received has helped me tremendously. My support coach is always providing me with the needed motivation to keep me pushing forward in my journey to improve overall health. I cannot praise this program enough, Adrian. If you guys have like a super long question that you feel like you need to say out loud, just wait to the very end once we go through everything. If I haven't answered your question, then I'll let you speak at that point. But if you can put it in the chat, just put it in the chat. But yeah, okay. All right. Please stop raising your hand. Hold on, guys. We have somebody weird in here, acting weird. I gotta remove them from the chat. All right, there we go. We had something going on. Let's keep going. Right. April said that Bull Fitness is a support system every businesswoman needs. Joining Bull Fitness has been one of the best decisions I've ever made for my health and confidence. This isn't your typical online fitness program. I'm trying to pay, but it's not going through a firm. Which link did you go to, Sharon? So there's two links, right? The bottom link is only for Klarna. The top link is for a firm. Okay, yeah. So you should see if you're on your phone, if you guys are on your phones, there's gonna be a drop down menu on the right side. So if you scroll down, you're gonna see, and we can go through this together. Sharon, just drop a screenshot in the chat of what you see as I go through this, and I will show you how to get to it. Don't worry, I got you. It's on there. It's a little button in the right corner where you have to push it, and it'll show you a firm if you're on your phone. So Sharon looks like she's about to be take one of the spots. Okay, let me know if you have any issues. I can help you with it. Don't worry. So April said Bull Fitness is support every busy woman needs. Joining Bull Fitness has been one of the best decisions I've ever made for my health and confidence. This isn't your typical online fitness program. It's a life-changing experience designed specifically for busy women who are ready to take control of their weight and wellness. From day one, Jeremiah and his coaches were outstanding. They genuinely valued their members and wanted to succeed. My coach Alexia was very knowledgeable and professional, but also warm and supportive. Whether it was answering my questions, modifying workouts, or offering motivation on a hard day, she was always there with the right words and the right tools. She stood up for me during a very hard life trial I was going through during my program. Jeremiah is truly a blessing and understands the struggles busy women face when it comes to weight loss and self-care. And is this program safe for a 67-year-old? Of course. We've had women in their 60s go through the program, for sure. My grandma's 78. She does the same stuff in this program, right? If she's 78, you're definitely going to be fine at 67, 100%. And we have low impact versions of the program as well. So if you're concerned about something as far as what you're gonna have to do training wise, trust me, you're gonna be 100% fine and taken care of, right? We're gonna make sure you're good. If you're willing to do the work and can make us and remain consistent, the chat and check-ins is another reason I've stuck with this program. It's full of real women sharing real progress, wins, and struggles. You never feel alone. If you're a woman juggling career, family, and everything else, life throws at you, and you're tired of feeling stuck, Bull Fitness is the support system you've always been looking for. I'm gonna pause real quick and show you guys the payment links because I know on one of the links, if you're on your phone, you're gonna have to push the drop down. So if you guys can see my screen, who can see my screen? So I know Sharon was saying she was having some issues. I just want to show you real quick. So if you put in all your information, first name, last name, all that different stuff, and then you go to where it says there's a little drop down like this in the corner on your phone, you have to just click that if you don't see Affirm right away. So Sharon, let me know if you see this little button in your corner or if you've already found it. And so yeah, if you're in your 60s, it's totally is fine for you to do. We've had lots of women in their 60s be super successful in this program. If anything, it's more important for you to do it right now, right? Because your body's going to be continually changing as you are in your 60s. And so is anyone else having issues finding the Affirm? But you should see a button like this, right? So you should see a button like, let me see if I can circle it real quick as we're going through it. Like this on your phone. Um, and then you'll be able to click it, and then you'll be able to see Affirm. Let me know if you guys have any more questions about the visibility of stuff on the links. Okay, I'm going to continue with the presentation, but Sharon, hopefully you heard me, and then Lauren, hopefully I answered your questions. I mean, Laura. And Laura, if you have any specific questions, happy to answer them. You guys can just continue to drop them in the chat as I go through this, okay? So, um, Allison said, I've lost 10 pounds. I'm so happy I joined this program. I'm a nonprofit executive, leadership coach, mother, and wife. This program provides the structure and accountability I need to lose weight. I'm looking forward to dropping my next 10 pounds and reaching my weight loss goals. Tara said that I'm 48, work full time education, and transitioning to an empty nest. Between long work days and family schedules, making my health a priority has been challenging for decades. The reality of turning 50 soon and wanting to age gracefully with mobility, I knew I was ready to tackle my weight and health, of course. I had been here before, but knowing what to do and actually doing it are two different things. I was lacking the structure and accountability and in-step bull fitness. Within the support within the program has exceeded my expectations. I'm down 30 pounds in 3 months with at-home workouts and meal prepping. The accountability has been huge, but also the nutrition support. No random list of eat this, not that, but a full-on menu with detailed shopping list. 100% worth the investment. I'm making true lifestyle changes for my future, right? And she was able to drop 30 pounds. She's doing awesome once she started the program, right? And so that should be you. You should be one of the next success stories. Josephina, who was one of the ladies that dropped 25 pounds in 60 days, which is amazing. She said, Bull Fitness was the best decision I made since starting the program. My first day was on March 18th, and I lost a total of 27 pounds. Still currently losing more. It's because I followed what Coach Jeremiah's advice. And with that, I was able to see fast results. Yes, I'm a full-time stay. Yes, I'm a full-time stay-at-home mom that has anxiety and depression with 3 kids, and 2 of my kids has autism. With that, it takes a lot of responsibility for you and your mental health, but you can't forget to take care of yourself. But this program helped me realize that I'm important. I have to stay consistent in order to see results, and no more excuses on why I should put myself last. I have been struggling with my weight loss since I had my firstborn, and that was 9 years ago. I'm so glad I started this program. I love everything about it, and I would definitely recommend to anyone that is struggling with weight loss. And so this is one of our clients that dropped 30 pounds within the 60 days. Nikita said that, hey, y'all, I'm about 38 pounds down. I'm halfway to my short term goal. Non scale victory is being able to fit clothes I thought I would never be able to wear again, even before losing all my postpartum weight. Natasha said I've lost 32 pounds. Non scale victories, I'm tossing the football regularly with my son again, dancing, and even hiked a trail this weekend. I can feel Tallulah George calling my name, and I'll be ready for her in the near future. Right? She said she got under 250 pounds for the first time in 10 years, which is amazing. Olivia said that I was a 14XL double XL before, and now I'm like an 8 or a 10 in the pants and back to small and medium. Bridget said that Prior to meeting Coach Bull, I struggled with my weight for many years. I would only lose weight if I tried extreme diets, but I eventually gained the weight back. Coach Bull's program had changed my life and my mindset. I lost 20 pounds in 2 months with this program, and I'm just getting started. Coach Bull and his team are so supportive and encouraging. He gives you the tools to live a healthy life. My health journey has inspired close friends and family members to also become more active. In 2 months, my friends and family can see the change in my face, body, and lifestyle. I'm currently at my lowest weight in years and feel empowered to finally meet my health goals. Thank you, Bull Fitness. All right, so who's going to be one of the next success stories like these ladies? Put in the chat, I'm next. And so this is one of our clients that within 3 weeks, she was able to see a massive change in her midsection, which was amazing, right? LaRose said, I started this program after following the post on Instagram for a while. The fact that you can strength train, lose weight, and keep your curves is what I was looking for. Also, the attention paid to proper form by the instructors was another major plus. I have become more confident in my abilities and consistent with my routines. And congrats, Sharon. I seen Sharon's came through. I seen Sharon's came through. So that goes one. We only got two more spots. Yep, Sharon, you're in. Sharon, I'm gonna send you a message. I have a link that I gotta send you that's gonna be for you to book a call with me for your next steps. So once you guys book a call, just let me know because you're gonna book a one-on-one coaching call with me. I'm gonna message it to you directly on Zoom. So congratulations, Sharon. So we got two more spots for ladies. Now, and as many of you can join as you want, but only the first two are going to be able to get the refund guarantee. So if you want to have a chance to be able to do the program and get your investment back, then you're going to want to be one of the first three, right? So there goes one. And once you're done, make sure you put done. All right. Make sure you put done. Now, Sharon, let me know if you see that message I sent over to you so you can book that call with me, right? So looking forward to seeing you in the program. LaRose said that I started this program after following the post on Instagram for a while. The fact that you can strength train, lose weight, and keep your curves was what I was looking for. And that also the attention paid to proper form by the instructors was another major plus. I become more confident in my abilities and consistent with my routines and staying focused. My strength has increased, my glutes are firmer, and the muscle tone in my arms and shoulders is significantly noticeable. I am very pleased with this program. Thank you, Bull Fitness. Right, this is April. She's another one of the women that was able to actually get her investment back because she dropped the 25 pounds 60 days. She went on to drop 60 pounds in 6 months, which is amazing, which just shows that this program isn't just a challenge, but it's a life change and it's foundational. And if you take it serious and you invest the time into yourself, everything can change for you, right? Everybody put in the chat, all in. You got to go all in if you want to make this change. You're not going to be able to make this change dipping your toe in the water. We got to jump in the water. We got to finally prioritize ourselves and invest in ourselves, right? I want you to put all in the chat, right? Don't wait. Let me tell you a secret. The difference between the people that make this change and the people that don't make this change are the ones that take action. In life, in order to change your life, you have to take action. If you're always so scared and nervous to take action, guess what happens? You automatically fail if you never try. Do we know that? Yes or no? We automatically fail if we don't try. But if we try, we at least have a chance to change our life. If we don't give ourselves a chance by at least trying, we've already failed. It's an automatic failure. You'll never change your life sitting on your hands. You never change your life sitting on your butt. You have to take action. You have to keep trying. Even if you tried before and you didn't make it, it didn't work. This time will be different. You have to truly believe that in your heart that I'm going to give 110%. I'm going to do every single thing coach tells me to do. And then if it doesn't work, then I can say it didn't work. And guess what? If this doesn't work, you'll get your money back because if you don't lose at least 5 pounds, you will be able to we'll give you $1,500. But if you lose the weight and you actually imagine you go 100%, you lose all this weight, and guess what? You get your money back, or you can continue to work with us, right? And continue to work towards your goal like a lot of the other ladies do. But I want to tell you this, right? You have to take action. Nothing changes in life without action. You have to make a decision. Life is about choices. It's very simple. We make it more complicated than it has to be, right? The choice is this. Do I choose to start and change my actions and my habits in my life? Or do I choose to continue on the same path I've been on? A lot of times we make up excuses on why we have to push it back. But guess what? You're never going to run out of excuses. There's always going to be an unlimited supply of excuses because you're an adult and you have responsibilities. right? And so some of you said that you've been trying to do this for years, 5 years, 4 years, 9 years, and you don't even want to drop 100 pounds. You want to drop 50 pounds. You've been trying to do it for years. The difference between the person who drops 50 pounds in 5 months and the person that's been trying to lose 50 pounds for 5 years is a decision. And let me tell you a secret. I know April, and I met April in real life when I used to live in Hawaii because I used to be in the army. And when I was in Hawaii, I had met her. We had worked out together. She lost a couple pounds, but we only worked out together for a little bit, right? She didn't lose a ton of weight. 5 years passes. She's messaging me like, Coach, I miss you. I miss you. I miss you. I miss you. I want to train, right? 5 years. She waited 5 years before she finally decided to do this program because she couldn't find anything in person that she felt like was good for her. She had tried some stuff in person, it just didn't work. She tried CrossFit, tried different boot camps, just didn't work, right? She finally decided, you know what? Let me do coach's program. Let me try this coaching program from me because she knew me from her life. She does the program. She loses 25 pounds in 60 days. She loses 60 pounds in 6 months, loses all the weight she wants to lose, right? And I said, you waited 5 years because you wouldn't just make a decision, right? Because you created an obstacle to your success in your mind. A lot of you have created obstacles to your own success. You've created reasons why you can't get started. You created reasons, no, I need this, or I need that, or I need the time to be like this, or I need, no. All you had to do is make a choice. Put in the chat, I have to make a choice. All you have to do is make a choice. And once you make a choice, that's when everything changes. Once she made that choice, it was a domino effect. She dropped 25 pounds, and she dropped 60 pounds, she lost all the weight she wanted to lose, all because she just decided to make a choice. But she had to wait 5 years before making a simple decision. It doesn't have to be complicated. We just have to be clear. All we have to do in life to change our life is make a decision and follow through, right? How many of you are ready to make that decision and follow through? You will never, ever change your life not taking action. Let me say it again. You will never, ever, ever change your life not taking action. We can think about doing the workout or we can go do the workout. Life is really that simple. I can think about doing the meal prep or I can go do the meal prep. Every time we don't take action, we delay the results we deserve, right? And many of you deserve to be healthy. You got to prioritize yourself. You need to invest into yourself. And the reason I make an incentive is because I want you to be rewarded if you do the work. But I also know if you're not invested, you're not going to invest the time, right? So I know if you invest your finances, you're going to be committed. And because you're committed, you're going to do better. And because you're going to show up and you have a double incentive, one, you don't want to waste your money. Two, if you do the work, you get your money back, right? It's a win-win. There's not going to be a situation where that's much better than this. All you have to do is make a choice. Josephina, another woman that got her investment back, she dropped 27 pounds in 60 days. She dropped 50 pounds in 5 months, right? And she had two special needs kids. So she had her hands full, but she realized I need to prioritize myself, take care of myself, right? I need to show up for myself. My client, Nikita, said, I'm so grateful for Jeremiah and his team at Bull Fitness. They have really been supportive in my journey towards radical self love. The online training program is set up really well and easy to follow. They have also created a community where we can support one another during this process as we reach our fitness goals. Within the first 2 months of following the structured program, I lost 22 pounds. After struggling for months to lose weight postpartum, I would definitely recommend this program to anyone interested in getting help with getting on track. And something about Nikita is she was someone that ended up losing 60 pounds working with us. No, 70 pounds. Someone that her doctor told her that she needed to get weight loss surgery because that would be the only way she would lose weight. She ended up getting weight loss surgery just to gain all the weight back and then working with us and losing 70 pounds, which is amazing. And so, like I said, it's just a choice, okay? Bertia, after having her ACL meniscus, after tearing her ACL and meniscus, was able to work with us and drop 50 pounds. And Lauren said, joining Bull Fitness with Coach Jeremiah has been life changing in just 9 months. I've lost 100 pounds with no shortcuts, just hard work, consistency, and the right guidance. Coach Jeremiah truly understands how to support women with PCOS and other hormonal imbalances, creating sustainable fitness and nutrition plans that actually work. His approach is all about balance, strength, and long term success, not quick fixes. He pushes you, holds you accountable, and celebrates your wins every step of the way. If you're looking for a coach who gets it and will help you transform your health for good, Bull Fitness is it, right? She dropped 100 pounds in 9 months. Isn't that amazing? Put wow, right? And so that can be you. All you have to do is make the same decision she did, which is to get started, right? There is no way that she drops this weight if she never gets started, right? There's no way that she drops this weight if if she never gets started. You have to get started, right? All it takes is for you to get started. All it takes is for you to get started, right? You just have to get started. That's it. And so, like just Josephina said, Bull Fitness was the best decision I made to start the program. My first day was on March 18th. I lost 27 pounds. Still currently losing more. It's because I followed what Coach Jeremiah's advice. And with that, I was able to see fast results. Um, and this is one of our clients. I dropped 20 pounds while being she actually was deployed. She was in the military and she wanted to take back control of her life, get rid of this back fat, get her health back on track, and she did just that. Right, is our client Adrian, who was 51. She's a professor. She had actually had liposuction before, gained the weight back, and she was like, "Okay, I want to do this the natural way. I want to do this the right way this time." And she did just that. Right, she looks great. She did an awesome job. And so Bree Coleman said, I can definitely see change in my stomach area and toning all over. I now have to wear my favorite pair of jeans with a belt. Also, my confidence is increasing. I'm now working out in crop tops and feeling fantastic doing it. Right. And so, just more of our client success. And this is the success you should have. Natasha dropped 40 pounds in 4 months. She did it completely from home. So, she never actually went to the gym, which was awesome. Right. How many of you are ready? How many of you are ready to get started with the Cut and Curvy program? Put me coach in the chat. Put me coach in the chat, right? If you're ready to get started and be one of these ladies that were successful, I want you to put me coach in the chat. Now, Natty said that mentally this challenge has made me stronger. I'm more motivated and this helps me to work better. My time with my daughter is better. Overall, so fulfilling. Physically, I feel stronger, doing more reps and pushing through even when my muscles feel they can't go anymore. Clothes are loose, yes. And today I got on the scale and I'm down 19 pounds, so that's an accomplishment too. I'm happy because my group keeps me going because some weeks are tougher than others. Nettie, you're next. Are you ready to take that next step? I'm waiting for you guys. I want to get at least two more of you in this program for sure. All right. So if you guys have any questions, just drop them in the chat. All right. Our client says she's down 30 pounds with this program and a little bit over 100 pounds down from her heaviest weight, which is awesome. And then this is just Lauren after she dropped 100 pounds after starting this program and continuing on past the 60 days, right? This is our client Sarah dropped 25 pounds. And there's just so many success.
My name is Stefan, and I joined the 8 week transformation with Jeremiah because during COVID, I gained a lot of weight and I'm very short, and I was just feeling uncomfortable, tired, heavy, and I knew for my benefit that I needed to get the weight off. And my experience with the 8 week transformation, it was, at first it was trying, but after eating right and doing the exercises, I started feeling a lot healthier. I got more energy. I started to crave the foods that were recommended by Jeremiah. And then the junk food that I used to eat, I didn't crave as much. And then I did end up starting to see results. For me, it was probably around the third week. And then after that, it was like every week the weight was coming up. It was crazy. The weight was coming up. And I could see definition, toning, and my stomach going down fast. Um, I would definitely recommend this to a friend or just anybody because it works. I have tried gyms. I have tried the powders, the pills, trying to work out too much but not having enough education on how to eat, how much to eat, and what type of workouts to do. But with Jeremiah, he does all the work for you. Like he gives you the full meal plan, how much to eat. There's no work in it. He does it all to he does I couldn't go to the gym, so he was able to make a home workout for me. And it was amazing. It works. I will recommend it to anybody and everybody that is not only trying to lose weight, but wanting to just be healthier. Um, this is definitely a lifestyle. It's not something, I mean, it can be used for something quick, but if you want it to last, this is the route to go.
No, this is Stephanie. She dropped 30 pounds in 60 days. She got a refund. She did an amazing job. She was awesome.
Hi, my name is Stephanie, and I just finished 8 weeks of the Cut and Curvy program through the Full Fitness Online. I started the program because I was ready for a change. I'd seen Jeremiah on Instagram transforming other women's bodies, and so I wanted a transformation. So once I got started in the program, it helped me to measure out food, eat the right portions, control what was going into my body and how much. So that's when I started to see myself losing weight with the workouts. And that's what kept me motivated to keep going and going. I saw the results. I was like, is this really going to work? But it was working. So at the end of the 8 weeks, I had lost 30 pounds. And my friends and family, colleagues were commenting on how I looked and what are you doing and da 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 this. So that also was motivation for me to keep going. But I really saw the results when I was measuring my food, weighing it, making sure I was eating the right portions. So that all became a part of my daily routine. So now it's a part of my life. So the program helps you learn healthy habits so that you can keep them for a lifetime. So even though the challenge is over, it's just the beginning of my health and fitness journey. I plan on using this for the rest of my life. I feel really good about myself because it was not easy to accomplish. You have to be disciplined, you have to have a certain mindset to want to do this. So if you have that mindset, you're not going to be perfect every day, but you have to be on 90% of the time. So that's what made me feel good about it. And then just being lighter, fitting into my clothes better, being more active, and it just makes your body feel good. So, anybody that is struggling with losing weight, I definitely recommend this program. If you put in the work, the results will show. It's a great program. He gives you the workouts, they're available all the time for any help you may need. It's just a really good program and it definitely works. So I recommend the Cut and Curvy program to anybody. You should do it. If you're ready to change, do it.
Hey, I'm doing a review of the Cut and Curvy program. So I started because I wanted to see a change. Wasn't really happy with where I was. The program had an intense effect on my life. It was actually able to change how I look at the gym. I'm able to be a little bit more comfortable in the gym now, being able to use the equipment. I lost a total of 20 pounds. What kept me motivated was seeing the weight come off. Also being able to contact the coaches if I had any questions, especially when I did plateau. I was able to talk to them and find out what I needed to adjust um, as necessary. What allowed me to see the results that other methods didn't was being able to have those plans, whether it be the meal plans or the actual exercise plans. How do I feel about myself now? I feel great. I'm happier, well adjusted, and I'm continuing in the gym. Would I recommend the program? Absolutely. Absolutely. Please do it. Motivational words. Please do it. If you're ready to make that change, do it, do it, do it.
Like Camila said, both fitness focus on women of those in our 40s, 50s, and 60s. Made a huge impact on how comfortable I felt with the program. The exercises were created for someone my age. I also always had support from the coach that was assigned to me. I started the program 6 months ago and I'm down to 50 pounds, right? Which is awesome for Camila. And she was 60 years old. Melanie said that this has been such an amazing experience. Week to week, I'm getting my life back. My labs are coming back. normal, and I'm nearly 40 pounds down since October. My coaches have been amazing, supportive, and they helped me swallow the hard pill of truth. When I'm not putting my best feet forward to show up and do the work, feeling more empowered than ever. Thank you, Bull Fitness. Right, and said that this has been an extremely helpful experience. I have been equipped during the last 7 months with tools for weight management that I can use forever. My coaches have been amazing and they have helped me be gracious to myself during my journey, helped me shift my mindset, and helped me be realistic and hold myself accountable. This is just the beginning, and I have been able to lose 50 pounds with PCOS and hypothyroidism, reverse my prediabetes, and worked in the two pairs of gold jeans. And Tiana said, take the next step. I recommend joining the Cut and Curry program. The community and coaches are very supportive, keeps you accountable. Stay inspired, ladies. Right. And of course, Lauren said that joining the Bull Fitness with Coach Jeremiah has been life changing. In just 9 months, I've lost 100 pounds with no shortcuts, just hard work, consistency, and the right guidance. Coach Jeremiah truly understands how to support women with PCOS and other hormonal imbalances, creating sustainable fitness nutrition plans that actually work. His approach is all about balance, strength, and long term success, not just quick fixes. He pushes you, holds you accountable, and celebrates your wins every step of the way. If you're looking for a coach who gets it and will help you transform your health for good, Bull Fitness is it. Right, and so this is the same program that we're going that helped Sierra lose 65 pounds in 6 months. Okay, okay, I'll do the introduction. The same program that helped Melanie lose 40 pounds with PCOS and hypothyroidism. I'll do the introduction again. Okay, all right. It's Coach Bull here, and I'm here with
Melanie Cross. I'm 32.
Okay, and what health conditions do you have?
I have PCOS and hypothyroidism.
Okay, awesome. And you started with us. It looks like in the end of September, and now it's January 20th. So how much weight have you lost?
Since then, I've lost 38 pounds.
Oh, 38 pounds. I thought yesterday
Yeah,
you said something different. Okay, cool.
I had to recalculate, but I was like, I want all my pounds.
No, we love to hear it. What was the main thing, I guess, that even motivated you to start working with us specifically? Because I think you had talked to Erica. You didn't join initially. 'Cause I think you had to wait for something, and then you ended up joining. So
Mhm.
what was that? What was the motivation for you, or what did you see that triggered you to want to work with me and my team specifically?
Yeah. So I did an in-body scan in 2023, January, and then I did another one in at the top of 2024 in January.
Mm-hmm.
And I had been in the gym, I had been eating well, which I thought,
Mm-hmm.
and my markers were pretty much the same.
Mm-hmm.
So that made me feel like I was pretty much doing all of my new things as far as my health kick for no reason.
Yeah.
It let me know that I kind of needed a little bit more help than I realized.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe there were like some simple things that I wasn't keeping track of. And after joining the team, there were a lot of them. So that, kind of going in a circle for a whole year, I don't have that time to waste. So I kind of wanted to be a little bit more proactive and productive with my time.
Yeah, and you're almost down 40 pounds. So what was
Yeah.
the biggest, I guess, difference maker you saw? Because you were trying it on your own before, kind of doing your own research and stuff like that.
Yeah.
What was the biggest differences you're seeing having help, having like more professional help and accountability and guidance and community versus on your own?
Yeah, I would honestly say I had a lack of structure as much as I had the time that I was going to the gym. I, prepped my meals and things of that nature. I would say like direct structure that would absolutely lead to my goals. For example, like I would go to the gym at 6 p.m., but to be honest, like if I wasn't feeling it, probably not going to go today.
Yeah.
Definitely lack that discipline. And so having a good structure, a good meal plan, and the actual numbers to exactly what I'm putting in my body
Yeah.
via tracking, that's what definitely changed things for me.
Okay, awesome. And I mean, I think, like I said, a lot of everyone thinks they're eating well,
Yep.
right? But that's all a feeling. It like we go off of the numbers, right? And so when you do
Yeah.
the numbers, you're like, oh, I can lose weight because like a lot of people are like, well, I have PCOS, I have hypothyroidism. It's impossible. It's no way I could lose weight. Lo and
Yep.
behold, you're down almost 40 pounds, and I'm sure you felt like that over the past year. You're like, I'm doing the
Yes.
stuff, I'm doing the right things, but it's not really working for me. Um, you know, the structure, kind of like the clear path to your goal. You're like, I know what I'm supposed to do. I need to
For
do
sure.
it. Talk about the accountability for me. Like, what level is the accountability at? Is it what you expected? Is it better? Talk to me about that. Is it worse?
Say it's a lot. It is. So it is different than what I expected. But I thought that maybe we'd have a call here and there, and I just would be expected to like show up to the plate. But to be honest, there's a lot more support than I thought there would be. I love the coaching app. I love being able to have access to my coach at any time. It's a prize being able to meet with you when I meet my goals.
Yeah.
And then also there are a plethora of other women who are going through the same thing that I am, and so you're definitely not alone in the process. So accountability actually is like an extra boost and a gift. So yeah.
Okay. Awesome. And then I think that's pretty much it. I mean, let's actually go over some of your coaching stuff. I mean, but I mean, how good is it for to drop this 40 pounds over the last 6 months?
It feels great only because I may not be at the 180,
Yeah.
but because I'm incorporating the weights and things like that, I'm in my clothing as though I am 180.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
No, it makes sense to me. You're going to the doctor, before you started the program versus now. What is it? What is the conversation like with your doctor?
Trying to see, since I started your program, what it would, what my cholesterol looks like now that I've changed the way that I'm eating and things like that.
Yeah.
And, I am happy to report that I don't have to take cholesterol medication anymore. So, that's another good thing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
I'm on zero medication.
I gotcha. I mean, do you feel like this was a good investment for you?
Yeah,
Okay.
I do.
Okay.
I do.
3. So I've been working with Jeremiah in Bull Fitness for about 20 weeks in total. I started doing his cut and curvy program maybe about 16 weeks ago. In total, I have lost about 47 pounds. I've been in a very transitional period in my life. So I decided to make sure that I prioritize myself. But with that, I needed help because so many different things were going on. And so I decided to invest in the program. And the program was well worth the investment. If you're thinking about doing it, girl, just do it. Like, why you just why you keep playing with yourself? But anyway. Bullet Fitness is by far the best workout program I have done this far. I have been working out with Jeremiah for the past 2 months, and within 2 months, I have lost 30 pounds. And what kept me motivated through the whole process is knowing that Jeremiah was there to guide me through the way, to let me know that he was there to help me if I ran into any problems or if I needed anything. What I like most about the program is that it comes with a nutrition plan. There's different options for when it comes to food. You don't have to eat the same thing all the time. You can switch up your foods. You can do different things with it. I have tried several different programs over the last 2 years, and nothing seems to work. I know that trying an online program, a lot of people might be hesitant about it because it's online and they feel like that they can't do it if they don't have a partner, if they don't have nobody there to help them. But I can assure you that Jeremiah is there along the way, every step. He checks in with you daily. He's there to check on you. He's there.
So here's some common questions about the program itself. Um, what if I have bad knees? All right, so we have a knee-friendly program to where you wouldn't even have to do any lunges or squats if your knees were that bad. If you can't go to the gym, that's fine. I'd say like 90% of our clients start completely from home. So you could definitely start from home. What if I'm always on the road? That's totally fine. A lot of our clients travel for work. And so, that's something you're gonna have to learn how to manage anyways. If you don't eat meat, if you noticed earlier, I talked about our plant-based programs, so that's not a problem. If you weigh close to 400 pounds, that's no worries at all. Like Latifah was pretty much 400 pounds. She's up to 100 pounds within 8 months. If you're a beginner, even better, right? It's going to give you the structure you need to actually get started so you can get this weight off. This isn't a big investment for you, which for a lot of people it is. That's a good thing. That means that, you're going to be invested like mentally because you're going to be invested financially, which is going to give you an even bigger chance of actually making this change for good because you're not going to make this investment and waste your money. On the other side, we have it incentivized to where, of course, right, if you do the work, if you show up, if you do it, if you do what you said you're going to do, you're able to earn your money back and you can get a full refund on your investment, right? So, um, if you want to be one of those people that drops, 25 pounds, 60 days, and is able to get a refund, just put me coach in the chat. If you don't lose any weight, pretty much we have a double guarantee. So if you don't lose any weight within the program, um, we will actually pay you $1,500 if you don't lose weight and you've actually followed the program. If you can't run, don't worry. You don't have to be able to run. If you can't do lunges, you don't need to be able to do lunges, right? If you have like bad knees or injured knees. If you're super busy, this is an even better time to do it because you're never not going to be busy, which means you need to learn how to manage your health while you're busy, right? If you have if you're postpartum, as long as you're clear by your doctor, you're good. If you're breastfeeding, again, you're fine. We've worked with a lot of women that have been breastfeeding and they've still been successful losing weight. If you have PCOS, we have like tons of success stories from people losing weight. Um, if you have hormonal imbalances, like we have so many success stories from women having hormonal imbalances like PCOS, hypothyroidism, women going through menopause. If you're over 50, absolutely, it will work, right? Like I showed you, Camila, she was uh, 60 and she dropped 50 pounds in 5 months. If you don't have time to cook, you don't have to. We can show you how to eat on the go or show you how to find a meal prep service. And if you get bored with the same food, you don't have to eat the same food over and over and over again. We'll have to focus on showing you how to eat the foods you like in a way that's going to allow you to lose weight and be healthy, right? So that's a lot of commonly asked questions about the program. Is anyone that's online right now have questions about the program? I want to do a quick little recap. All right, so if you guys have any questions, just drop them in the chat as I go and do just a recap, right, as we come to the end. And if there's questions, I'm happy to stay on and answer questions for as long as we need to, right? So during this program, we guarantee to help you lose 10 to 30 pounds in 60 days, right? So we're going to help you, one, lose weight so you can stay off medication, shape your glutes, tone your arms, increase your energy, tone your body, and increase your confidence. Right? We're gonna give you the hormone rescue nutrition protocol, the flat belly and lower blood pressure meal plan. We're gonna give you our shape and sculpt system for curves, not bulk. We're gonna give you our toned arms and confident sleeveless blueprint. We're gonna give you our joint safe booty builder, our heart healthy belly burn, cardio plan, we're gonna give you the Curvy Woman's Eating Plan, and we're gonna give you the plant-based PCOS and diabetes reset. We're also gonna give you Latifa's 50 and 10 blueprint, right? And how she dropped 50 pounds in 10 weeks, for a total value of 12,000, but with a total investment of $1,500. And because you're here live tonight, you can save half off, right? By joining for $750 for this coaching program, right? We've already applied the discount code. You don't have to worry about the discount code; it's already applied, right? And here's the multiple ways that you can get started, right? Number one, you can break up your investment into four reasonable payments when you invest using PayPal, right? So when you invest using PayPal, you can break it up into four installments. You can also join for $0 a day when you join through PayPal Credit, completely interest free for 6 months, right? It's completely interest free and there's no money that you have to put down today. Um, you can also go through one of our partners when you go to the link. You could choose Afterpay and Affirm, and then the second link we have is Klarna if you want to break up the investment. Again, the discount's already applied. And then we're gonna give you a ton of bonuses for free, right? So you're gonna get the bonus, the 30-day medical wake up challenge. We're gonna give you the 7 fat loss shifts, how women over 40 drop 50 pounds to keep it off. We're gonna give you the top 5 weight loss supplements that actually work for women 40 plus. We're gonna give you the fail proof accountability system. We're going to give you our top 2 supplements to build and shape curves while keeping your stomach flat. We're gonna also give you our the busy women's smoothie blueprint. We're gonna give you our fat burning high protein meal plan, and we're gonna give you our delicious low carb reset plan. Okay, we're gonna give you all that for free when you join, and we're gonna give you our all this value you could do completely free today. As long as you drop 25 pounds during the program, we'll give you a full refund upon request, right? So, who wants to be one of our next success stories in this program? Who wants to join Sharon and get started? This is the only time we offer the program. So, if you wake up tomorrow and you're like, oh my gosh, I've made a mistake, I should have joined, you won't be able to, unfortunately. Um, this is the only time you're able to actually get access, right? And so, if you have any questions, about the program, I'm happy to answer. If you need any help with going through one of our partners, I'm happy to help. But that's going to be pretty much how the program works, right? And so if you follow our program and do not lose at least 5 pounds, we'll pay you $1,500, and all the risk is on us, right? If you do the work, we take all the risk. All you got to do is show up, right? Is that fair? And so I'll give 14 days inside of our 6K premium coaching program for free when you join tonight. So everyone that joins tonight will be able to get one-on-one coaching for 14 days out of our premium coaching program. That's helped our clients drop 100 pounds in less than a year. All you have to do is make a choice and get started, right? And so there's a lot of you that have been on here that said they wanted to make the choice and said they wanted to get started. What is there something holding you back from moving forward? Just drop it in the chat, or you can message me directly, right? But we're at the point where I just want to understand if there's questions or not for the program, right? So if there's questions, if drop them in the chat. For Sharon, Sharon, you are good. I saw you booked a call with me, so I will make sure I onboard you and you're good to go. You don't have to keep staying on because I don't want to keep taking up more of your time. There's nothing extra for you to do. So we'll talk during our call. Okay, perfect. Shay, I know you said you wanted to get started. Did you see the different options when you once you went into the link? Right. And I want to make sure we're all on the same page. Is there anyone that's on that is just needs more time and they're going through the steps? I just want to know who if we're waiting for anybody to get started. It's fine either way. I just want to know where we're at. Alicia, what's this? This is Emma, Janine, Joanie, and Rose. Is anybody have questions that's on right now? I know Shay's working on it now. Any questions, you can drop them in the chat. Or does anyone want to get started but they're having issues? Or they have a question or so we still have a lot of people online. But I just want to make sure that I don't miss any questions. So all right. Is there anyone on other than Shay that has a question?